Chapter 8. Even more confused. Miranda's point of view. As Harry and I walked inside from the cold, I couldn't help but be in shock. I didn't think this would occur, but it did. I can't believe what happened. Harry unexpectedly kissed me, and I kissed him back. The main question is, why did I let myself do that? Better yet, why did he? I thought he was crushing on Cho Chang, not me. I felt something small with him, yet he's my best friend. I am truly and honestly confused about my feelings. Is this part of being a young teenager? If it is, then it bloody sucks. After all, our teenage hormones are starting to rage now. First, I had my first kiss with my push-ins teacher a few days ago, and now today, with Harry. I got kissed by both Harry and Professor Snape, and both told me they loved me. I know Harry and I love each other as best friends, as we always will, but still, that's not the point. I could tell that Harry was depressed when I saw him sitting by himself outside. I was comforting him since no one else seemed like they would be with him. Yet, I used to have a crush on Harry during the first year and some of the second year. My crush on him slowly faded by the middle of the second year. Because we're close friends, I didn't want to mess that up. I mean, the two of us have a good connection. Then, in year 3, my unexpected and conflicted crush with Professor Snape started. Harry said bye to me and walked away. With all these thoughts in my mind, I searched for Hermione and found her in the library looking for books. I went up to her. Hey Hermione, I need to tell you something that I don't think I can keep to myself because of the fact that I'm very confused by it. What is it, Miranda? She looked at me, watching my face with concern. I paused and whispered so no one could overhear. Well, to make the long story short, Harry shockingly kissed me, and I kissed him back. I was sitting and talking to comfort him and give him company. Since Hermione and I are like sisters, we knew much about each other, secret crushes, and everything. She looked shocked and whispered back, trying not to sound loud for us to be overheard. Wait, he what? Yeah, I know, but it's true. It's what happened. I mean, maybe we got caught up in the moment, but I really don't know for sure. Well, how did you feel about it? I mean, did you like it? After all, I can't imagine why he would do that. We're all close as friends, unless something's going on with him that we don't know about. Not to mention he and Ron aren't talking to each other and we're stuck in the middle. Honestly, I don't know how I would feel. It's exactly what you said, which is why I'm confused, and you know how I used to feel about Harry. Not to mention meet Snape so far with what happened and what he admitted, and we haven't talked much since then. Harry also told me he loved me too. I hope it's in a friendly way for the sake of my confused mind. I can see why you're confused, Miranda. I know I usually have answers or advice, but in this case, I'm not sure what to tell you to do. I don't know what's happening with Harry. I haven't really been with him lately. You said Professor Dumbledore's open to talk if you need to, right? Yeah, why? Maybe you should talk to him then to see what he says, she suggested. I'm sorry, Miranda, she said, looking at me. I think I'll go talk to Professor Dumbledore. I'm sure he won't mind, and it's okay, no worries. I gave her a reassuring smile to ease her as I left the library to go to Dumbledore. On the way to his office, I ran to him in the hallway. I stopped him. Professor Dumbledore. He turned and looked at me. Yes, Miss Parker? Can I freely talk to you, if you know what I mean? Of course, I was heading to my office just now. What's on your mind? We walked along the hallway as well on the way to his office. Well, something happened and I don't know how to process it. I'm mostly confused and conflicted. I tried to ask for advice from Hermione, but she didn't know what to tell me and suggested I talk to you instead. What happened that's making you confused, Miranda? Well, long story short, Harry and I are best friends, but earlier he unexpectedly kissed me while I was comforting him and trying to keep him company. I don't know if we just got caught up in the moment or what, but it happened. What did you do? Did you kiss him back? Afraid so, sir. And to make matters worse, I haven't talked much with Snape since things happened between us. I only hope he was being truthful with what he admitted in kissing me. I told the whole story of earlier, even the backstory of when and how long I had a crush on Harry. before Snape came into the picture, and how I was simply confused about my feelings. He nodded his head as he stood listening to me. Overall, I'm very confused, Professor. I don't know what to do, and I'm unsure what to think. It's clouding my mind from focusing. Miranda, I can tell you're confused. I'm glad Miss Granger suggested that you speak to me. I think the best thing to do is to think about who you want to be with, meaning which one do you think you love or have the strongest feelings for. You might have to fight for it. Fight for it? What do you mean, sir? What I mean, Miranda, is that you may have to fight for love and for who you want to be with. Figure out what your heart is trying to tell you. Follow your heart. I guess I'll try, Professor. I don't know. What if I end up liking both, sir? What then? Take your time to think about it. After all, you're quite young with raging feelings. Think which feels more right for you to be with. If you like, I can talk to Professor Snape. That would be the best thing I can do to help you out. You mean, you don't mind this whole thing that's going on, me having these feelings for him? I'm skeptical of it at the moment, of course, since Professor Snape is your postage teacher. But yet, happiness is the key, and if it's that what you wish for, I'll try to be here as long as you need me to be. Don't forget I looked after you and the students, even if it's from afar, when you don't notice. I'm not going to get my hopes up yet. It's probably me having a weird teacher deep crush I can't overcome. At the same time, everything happened between us, and what he admitted has complicated things. But yes, I'd like you to talk to him, especially for a second opinion, as long as you don't mind. You think you can talk to him now, or soon? It so happens I don't have much going on right now. I most certainly can. He kindly smiled as I smiled back. For him, being the headmaster, I've come to warm up to him over the few years. Amazingly, he's warmed up to me now to the point where he lets me openly talk as if he were my own father or something. It makes me wonder what having Professor Dumbledore as a father would be like. We stopped walking as I noticed we were at the entrance leading to his office. He let me give him a quick hug goodbye. Thank you for this pep talk, Professor. I needed some advice because honestly, I don't know what to do. He looked down as he saw me, stared up at him and grinned. Any time, Miranda dear. Likewise, keep an open eye for what comes your way in the future and be prepared to choose because one day soon, you'll have to, I'm afraid. I'm sure I'll figure it out sometime, sir. Thank you again. If you don't mind, could you search for Professor Snape and tell him I want to see him in my office? Sure thing, sir. He nodded his head as I saw him start to walk towards his office. I turned around and started to walk down the hallway. I noticed it was still empty, so I guess everyone was eating. I went to the great hall, and everyone was indeed there, eating breakfast. Hermione, Ron, and Harry all looked at me as I flashed them a tiny smile. Severus's point of view. I was sitting at the teacher's table enjoying my breakfast. I looked up to see Miranda walking towards me. In all honesty, I believe I secretly want to be with her, even though my feelings are conflicting. She was carelessly strutting up the room, and for a spare moment, all I could see was her. After the scent I pulled with her in my classroom, I'm becoming more baffled by my feelings. It seems simple. She's a student, and I'm a teacher, yet it's anything but simple. I cannot deny how marvelous she makes me feel when I'm around her. After all, I meant all I said to her in a note. In a way, I want her to secretly be mine. I shouldn't care what everyone else thinks. Sometimes, though, it can't be helped. I want to be with her. I don't know how to tell her that, or even if I should. I'm unsure how I feel about her myself. I haven't felt as strong with any other female besides Lily. Am I in love with this young girl? Better yet, what is she doing to me? Pulling out of my thoughts, I heard her ask, Professor? I looked up from my plate and responded, Yes, Miss Parker? I'm sorry to bother you while you're eating, Professor, but Professor Dumbledore told me he wants to see you in his office. He wanted me to come and search for you. I'll head that way to his office as soon as I'm finished with breakfast. Thank you for alerting me, Miss Parker. You're welcome, Professor. Enjoy your breakfast. She gave me a soft smile as she turned and shyly walked off to eat on one of the tables with her friends. I surely don't know why Albus wants to see me suddenly, but I'll find out when I get to his office. Then I finished eating as I nodded my head to the other teachers getting up to leave. As I headed to his office, I wondered if it had to do with Miranda. After all, why would she be the one out of anyone to tell me that? Once I entered Albus's office, I saw him sitting at his desk. I walked a few steps. "You wish to see me, sir?" He looked up at me. "Ah, yes, I did. Come in, Severus." I walked and stood in front of his desk. "What's this about, Albus?" He paused momentarily as he looked at me, pondering how to bring up whatever subject he was about to spit out. To put it bluntly, it's about Miranda Parker." I was right. That's why he sent Miranda to tell me and not someone else. It was my turn to pause, but with confusion. "What about her?" "She likes you, Severus, more than a normal student should. I believe she's in love with you, but doesn't fully understand her feelings quite yet. Did you ever notice?" "Well, she stares at me and acts differently around me, especially lately. She's intelligent but unique as a student." "Exactly. And I know you like her too, Severus. I can tell. I know what you secretly did with her in the classroom." I didn't know what to say as he said, "You're falling in love with her like you were with Lily, aren't you?" I gulped nervously. I was truthful in that note. I do feel that way, even though it's wrong. I might be. I don't know. It's difficult to divulge any feelings. It's complicated. Complicated? Severus, she clearly adores you. I knew since the beginning before all of this started, and when she first came to me to talk about it. Because she's young, confused, and finding her way as a young teen, it's tough for me to disclose, but even I can't deny the chemistry I slowly see forming between you both like an endless flame. I wanted to deny his statement because I didn't want to believe it was true. We can't love each other. Even after everything that happened recently, I started to walk away to get away, but he quickly stopped me. "Don't walk away from me or this conversation, Severus." I turned around and looked at him dead in his eyes. He could tell I was cool, but at the same time, trying to obviously avoid this conversation. He asked, "Why are you finding this so hard, Severus?" "I'm not fighting anything, Albus. You clearly are now by trying to walk away. It's not the first time either. You got like this when I was asking about Harry before the year started. You're going to care for the boy like with Miranda, aren't you? I see how you watch him, Severus. Pollard is like his father, a swine and a bum. Don't try to deny any of it, Severus. I see the truth that lies underneath that tough exterior. You deeply care about both of them." "I don't care about either of them brats, Albus," I stated, raising my voice. He was surprised at my sudden outburst, but even Albus Dumbledore could see the truth that lies beyond my mouth. He looked at me calmly. "Please try and follow your heart for once, Severus." I opened my mouth to say something, but I couldn't say anything. He continued, "Stop being that dark man inside and look around you. I know and see the good side of you, so use it for someone who loves you instead of acting the same way, and use it wisely. It is your choice on it, however. Don't hide your feelings, Severus. You know I approve." In a way, he's right, and I know he is. Why am I continuing to deny this? Is it because of the way I am, or am I afraid to love? I understand everything you're saying, Albus, but I am starting to adore Miranda more than just what I think or say, maybe even love. I managed to finally admit. He smiled as we briefly talked for a while, and I later left. I didn't bother to care about the classes I had to teach. I shuttled down the hallway thinking about what had happened. I soon got to my private room, shut the door, and started to think on the couch. I need to think for a while before I even dare to try to do anything else.